I have no love for He-Man. I
know, but I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world in a comic book store. You can't make fun of somebody else's interest. You're like, He-Man's stupid. I like Batman. You know, what's the diff?
What kind of clerk is rude to customers?
Kevin Smith, the man of many faces. See what I did there? The big fat liar, pun intended, is today's topic. Remember when the guy said he had built a career as an independent film director thanks to the fans who turned his movies into cult classics? Remember how he used to say he was never going to be given a chance in the industry and that he owed his success to the fans? Well, that guy is gone. He's no longer that person, and now he goes out of his way to shill for anything that might give him access to the private Hollywood club of the elite. That Kevin Smith, the new but certainly not improved one, is the same guy who ran his mouth when The Rise of Skywalker was about to get released and said that fans would find their questions answered. They'd be satisfied. And also mind blown by the way of the great storytelling and incredible effects. None of that happened. Well, maybe the special effects were there, but nothing more. He is a liar and has no shame in hiding that fact. Don't believe me? Exhibit A. This tweet from Stephen Wayne Art that reads, quote, Kevin Smith in 2021. I was a big He-Man fan as a kid. End quote. And then he shares immediately after that the picture with the following tweet by Smith, but this one from 2010, quote, I wasn't a He-Man fan. Let me read that again, shall we? Shall we read it again? I wasn't a He-Man fan. End quote. This one is from January 2010, 11 years ago. Now, there are some who try to defend this by stating that one doesn't need to be a fan in order to turn in a decent product, and that is true. However, his capacity isn't being put into the spotlight here. It's his character. How can we believe anything this man says if he lies and contradicts himself every step of the way? You don't believe me again? Well, proof of that with Exhibit B. From PowerCon 2019, Kevin Smith is talking about Masters of the Universe Revelation. Quote, the story pits our heroic warriors and guardians of Castle Grayskull against Skeletor, Evelyn, Beastman, and the vile legions of Snake Mountain. But after a ferocious final battle forever fractures Eternia, it's up to Teela to solve the mystery of the missing Sword of Power in a race against time to prevent the end of the universe. End quote. This wouldn't be mentioned if it weren't because Smith contradicted himself when both Clownfish TV and Screen Rant, independently from each other, broke the news that it was Teela who would prominently feature in the show, saying He-Man was the star and wasn't getting sidelined by Teela in any way, shape or form, and along the way also trying to throw a little bit of shade on the side of Clownfish TV. So far so good, right, on the part of Kevin Smith? I mean, we even had an article from early June this year from Screen Rant that reads, quote, Masters of the Universe Revelation doesn't reinvent He-Man, says Kevin Smith, end quote. He is the showrunner after all, and we could believe in his word, right? It has already been confirmed that He-Man will be the star and Teela is just part of the supporting cast as usual, right? Right? Well, from Screen Rant, published this past Friday, Exhibit C, quote, Masters of the Universe Revelation title explained by Kevin Smith. The creator of Masters of the Universe Revelation reveals that the Netflix show's title actually refers to Teela's journey, end quote. So which is it? Kevin Smith changes narrative as you change your socks every morning. You can't really trust this man, and that's why I call this sort of behavior out right here. How can you trust a person who can't even keep his story consistent? And this is coming from Smith's own mouth all the time. Clownfish TV may have said that they heard it was about Teela and her girlfriend, sure, but now it's Smith himself who also makes it about her. From the article, quote, Revelation in the title, Masters of the Universe Revelation, refers to Teela's journey. Teela finds out something about her that was hinted at in the old Legacy show. If you remember the old show, at the very beginning they would talk about only 3 others know his secret, and it was like the Sorceress, Man-at-Arms, and Oracle, as well as Cringer, end quote. Now, up to this point, in this moment, we could be saying that Smith is going with the show's old narrative, that of Teela being the sorcerer's daughter and heiress to her powers, becoming protector of Castle Grayskull and its secrets, right? But it doesn't seem to be playing out like that in his show. Oh no, sir, of course not. From the same article, quote, Teela was always left out of that. She was kept in the dark like Lois Lane. So our approach for the story was like, what happens if she finds out? What happens when she learns who He-Man really is? And what if she learned that not from him confessing? Something happens that kind of breaks everybody's world, and all the revelations are revealed, end quote. So Teela will be angry at Adam for not letting her in on his secret, and they'll all have a fight, and then she'll go Eternia cruising to find friends to defend the planet? You can't be serious. You really can't. But then the truth comes out. The article continues with something of an interpretation of what Smith said. Quote, it sounds like his He-Man series will actually focus more on another character, Teela, as she attempts to find the missing power sword and save the universe, end quote. No shite, Sherlock. You even ran an article right after Clownfish TV talked about it, and you erased it when Smith lost his wits about it. What gave it away? What gave it away to you now this time, guys? And look, I know it can be something of a tease from him in order to divert the attention. Yes, but let's face it, with the evidence provided in this video about how much of a liar he is, we can't really trust that with being the reason behind it. I mean, even the official Netflix synopsis is in line with what we have been told before. Quote, after a cataclysmic battle between He-Man and Skeletor, Eternia is fractured and the Guardians of Grayskull are scattered. It's up to Teela to reunite the broken band of heroes and solve the mystery of the missing sword of power in a race against time to restore Eternia and prevent the end of the universe, end quote. And we already know what event will break them apart. He-Man's true identity revealed. So, is it all true? Is Smith lying to the fans' faces? To me, it will appear so. He seems bent on winning the fans' graces and further the SJW agenda Netflix has been clinging to hard in the last years, all at the same time. That's what doesn't sit well with me in regard to the division of Season 1 in 2 parts. Since it was announced by Entertainment Weekly, I feel there really is no real reason to go that way, and I've given it a lot of thought recently. My guess is that perhaps we will see He-Man for the first 5 episodes, which confirm the first part of that epic battle against Skeletor, only for the woke crapfest to begin in part 2 at the end of this year, when Teela is gathering everyone that's angry at Adam for keeping his secret from them. It sounds like a show I wouldn't want to watch, and as far away from Masters of the Universe as possible. This is disappointing. It's like me saying that I am a huge Tolkien fan and only joining the Tolkien Society seminar with a paper where I complain about Tolkien being a racist, homophobic, misogynist, sexist for not including lesbian, midget, middle-aged Asian women having lesbico amatonormative orgies with female ends. It's just as idiotic for Smith to go on changing the narrative in trying to win the fans into watching this shite, but giving them the finger at some point in the story, whether it's after the first 2 episodes, or like some have claimed, and I myself did as well, in the second part of the season, just when everyone is hooked after seeing their favorite hero on the screen after 38 years without him. Only time will tell. And July the 23rd is coming close, so the answers will soon be revealed. As for right now, Kevin Smith is a big fat liar. We can't really trust his word, and this is just an indication once again of the terrible situation that is being lived in the industry of entertainment. We can't trust these people. So, to anyone still feeling that fans been wary about this show and complaining, shut the hell up, because the evidence is piling up against your case and against Kevin Smith's case. But this is only my opinion and I want to know yours. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about these revelations in the Masters of the Universe Revelation, a Netflix show that is coming July the 23rd. And also tell me, are you willing to watch it? Are you still interested and excited about this show? I, for one, don't think that I have that much of an interest. Sure, I was sold on the solid use of animation, but I don't really think that I want to watch this thing again. Let me know down below in the comments, and until next time, peace out.